We are actually at the school where 3 of the kids have passed away, which is a Karabo Primary School right behind me, and just show the severity of the problem. It's clear that the government has not taken us to account. Our calls have been on deaf ears. Uh, if you realize that and this thing is now becoming like a pandemic, so what do we do when we call on to the government and the government does not respond to us? As you can see, these are the children. These children are our future.
Hello guys, welcome to Amazon TV. I hope you are okay. What kind of life is this? What do we call this? People leaving their countries, coming down to South Africa to unalive our children, to unalive us, to destroy our country, and turn around to blame us, and turn around to accuse us, to say we are the ones that are unaliving them. We are the ones that are destroying them. What kind of life is this? We've seen this with Nigerians. Nigerians accused South Africans of unaliving Nigerians in South Africa. Now is Ethiopians. Even Zimbabweans are doing the same thing. Once one Zimbabwe is unalived because of crime in South Africa, they will say we are unaliving them. It's even worse of these Ethiopians because it shows what they are disrespecting. What kind of gaslighting is this? These people came here to destroy our country, to unalive our children with whatever they are selling there in their shops. They are showing us that they are not remorseful at all of all the things that they've done to us. Now we are the ones that are unaliving them. They are victims now. Who can leave South Africa to go to Ethiopia to unalive children there, and then the government of Ethiopia will defend those South Africans who are unaliving children there? Really, I don't understand our government. I don't understand what is going on in this country. Let's listen to this Ethiopian. I know, guys, you've watched this video already because it's a viral video. But I said to myself, no, I will not allow this video to pass without me reacting on it.
South Africans are killing my tribe. South Africans constantly murdering my tribes. My tribe is called in Ethiopia the Kambata tribe. But I don't know why the South African gangs keep killing the Kambata and Hadiyah tribe. What can I say? The most xenophobic country in the entire world. The most xenophobic, dangerous country to live in. This is dangerous country to survive a day.
It's also the issue of the discoloration of some food items. As I've mentioned earlier, some of these food products not having barcodes or even expiry dates at all.
The doctors that attended to these children at different health facilities suspected rat poison may have been consumed by these children.
He said to me, my friends ate snakes. And I asked him, where did he buy the snakes? He said, around the passage. And then I think after 10 minutes from that time, Jabulo started to change. His face was starting to be purple. And then I took him off outside. Actually, I used water, just to wake him up. And he was not responding positively. We already ate the poison. And then they put a drip on him. They tried their best. They did their best. Unfortunately, our children couldn't fight the poison. When they confirmed the poison, they said they found a rat poison in our children's system. My son was lying there helplessly together with that child. I couldn't believe what I was looking at. To look at my son with no voice, such a happy child, he was unable to talk to me. And when I was still in Zola Clinic. Other mothers called me because we have a community chat group this side. So they told me that 3 more children were no more. So I knew that the chances of my son surviving were slim.
2-year-old Lesedi Makhalemele passed away on Saturday, while 4-year-old Tabiso Mzima died on Sunday. It is alleged the minors fell ill after consuming snacks bought from a local spaza shop.
Remember, they are illegal here. They are illegal. They don't have land. They don't have stands. Now, to deal with this situation is so very easy. As a community leader who understand what people they deserve in their areas. We have been losing young people all over the country, everywhere in Soweto. People, they are still sitting with the same situation, as if like there's no pain. In fact, we are dead alive. I love my country. I love myself. I have kids here. Now I'm going to make sure that these people, I'm going to read them out here.
We try to handling as we are stocking from the wholesaler. We try to clean, we try to hold the handling, but to check it in and out, how it is healthy, we don't have a fact. We don't have that experience to check it. But we will take a responsibility. Why we are taking a responsibility, the food poisons is killing the kids. We know where we are going. Even I say to them, if the Zimbas is killing, they must insurance the family because of the wholesalers we are going to handling them. Where they are stocking the product, we must handling them from the product. They're the way that we are going to be say we will take the responsibility. They are the one who give us the trouble in this issue.
Which nation can allow this to happen in their own country, in this whole world? So they are not remorseful. They are taking South Africans for granted. They are taking advantage of South Africans because they know the government of South Africa is against South Africans. That is why they are behaving like this. That is why they do as they wish in our country. They know no one will be arrested. How many kids were unalived ever since this snake thing started? And how many Ethiopians? Because the painful part is this person who is speaking like this is an Ethiopian. And Ethiopians are the first suspects. All these tuck shops, all these unalivings, all of them were Ethiopian shops. Not even one Ethiopian is in jail for that. Our kids are gone. Ethiopians are still thriving in South Africa. They are still busy doing their businesses as usual. Even our president went to their shops to praise them after unaliving our kids. After praising them, during that time of mourning, our president came to tell us that these people are not going anywhere. They must register their shops and continue selling whatever they are selling in their shops. That is how he responded after so many kids were unalived by the same people. No one is arrested until today for that. The innocent souls of our kids were wasted just like that. Can you go to Ethiopia as a South African to open a spaza shop and Ethiopians will flood to your shop to support you? No, it will never happen like that. Talk less of selling counterfeits in their country. Talk less of unaliving their kids, which is even impossible for you to get a chance to unalive their kids with poison because you can never run a tuck shop in Ethiopia. In any of these countries of Africa, you can never leave South Africa to go to those countries and open a tuck shop, open a papa shop and all this. It's not allowed. Only South Africa is doing that. And if this Ethiopian owner of the tuck shop, if he says they want to hold accountable the place where they are stocking, they are buying their stock because they did not know that those snakes were having poison inside. Why is this thing only happening in their shops? South African hawkers are also buying their stock from the same wholesalers where this Ethiopian is claiming that they are buying from. Why are South African spaza shops not unaliving kids? Because they are buying from the same wholesalers. All hawkers are buying from the same place. Why is it only Ethiopian shops that are unaliving these kids? And same Ethiopians are accusing us now of unaliving them. What kind of gaslighting is this? Is it because we don't have a government? Because really, I don't understand. Even if these people who are leading us are truly foreigners as well, what have we done wrong for them to do all these things to us? We've been with them for years in this country. So what have we done wrong for them to treat us like this? For allowing people to come and unalive us? For allowing people to come and destroy our country, to destroy the future of this country? They are making sure they are crushing everything in this country. The youth is under the bridges. Girls are in their brothels. Small kids are being unalived with poison. Someone was speaking about even all these things they are selling in their shops, that even if they are not unaliving you today, they are destroying your organs because of those fake cold drinks, fake alcohol they are selling in there. But unfortunately, us South Africans who don't want to listen, we are risking our lives. I don't know the reason why. So guys, let me know what you think on the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, to like and share the video. Thank you so much. Love you. Bye.